Good morning, everyone. Look like we have a nice little wedge set up here, so don't really know which way we're going to go this morning. This is the 5-minute chart. What I'm going to do today is, if we do take the trade off yesterday's high, we're just got to make sure I'm gonna make sure the 5-minute does the retest and not the 1 minute, because the 1 minute will give you a little bit more false breakouts. Kind of see right here where you got that fake breakout for the, I mean, it probably still paid you 15 points. It definitely could have scalped off it this morning. But just remember, this is the day before non-farm payroll Friday. And our EMAs are flat at the moment. So definitely setting up for till we get out of this choppiness. I feel like we have some nice targets to run this morning because we got these data wicks that we can run. I'm thinking this was a little news play here at 8:30 this morning at the 21.710. So nice little 100 points to the downside. And we got this data wick here, or the bottom of the candle, sitting down at 750. And also back up to the 2900. So we just have to wait and just see what direction we're going to go this morning. We do have like a lot of little 2-star news today, but nothing crazy. That's why I'm thinking we might only get the one move this morning, and it could just be choppy like yesterday. We just got to get through tomorrow. Then hopefully the market will go back to normal next week. I mean, as normal as it can be, but not like non-farm payroll week where we get a lot of this choppiness. I always tell myself, just survive non-farm payroll without blowing up accounts, and it's a good week. Like yesterday, we only had one good trade yesterday, and I ended up losing all my profits from over trading the rest of the morning. We did put that in the Discord. I was a little behind yesterday putting that in the Discord about the over trading. So we actually had a really good morning. We had that one trade where we were close to $300. Then it really wasn't $70 in a hole, but I put that because that's the P&L that's left on this account. Because I'm assuming because of fees. So you might as well just say you lost $70 if you add in all the fees, even though it only showed me in the red $20. So arts and general chat. This is how it feels when you're up 300, then you overtrade the rest of the day, and now you're down. That's about how it feels. All right, excuse me. So I got these colors labeled the same color as I do on Trading View as I do on my charts here. This way I don't have to constantly keep looking at the Trading View chart just to remember where yesterday's high at, yesterday's close, and today's open. Because we have been taking trades with our eval accounts off of these levels lately. It's a little bit nicer when it builds up a little bull or bear flag into the levels, but you don't always get that. All right. Let's see. Java, how did your day finish up yesterday? Are you keeping your account safe this week being non-farm payroll? Oh, man. Man, today we got a pretty crazy wedge. So I don't know which. No way. Don't know which way we're going today. It's like we're stuck in the middle of this data candle. Let's see if we're at the 50%. Bet you we are. I'm just hoping this thing doesn't run before the market opens, you know, like that, where the market, it just kind of goes straight up or straight down right before the market opens. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half left. Ooh, look at all this chop, guys. Chop, 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 chop. What are we gonna do? Get the straight boner candle to the upside today. I wish we had a little bit more space in between yesterday's high. Man, are we going to run that wick? Got that big wick all the way up at the 900s. All right, we're about to have a new candle print. Kind of opened up kind of mild. You kind of want to see it bounce off this pivot here. See if the pivot's going to hold or not. Whew. Right back to that freaking yesterday's high. Wow. Oh, come on. That's dirty. We already took out freaking yesterday's close. Son of a bee. All right. Damn, we got to get through that close. We're bouncing off the 66. No. Damn it. I was hoping to get a little bit more out of that. That was another play off yesterday's high. You can see you see how we push below it, and you see this wick. We wick right back into it. It's almost the same setup we're seeing over and over with this wick bounce. I do wait a little bit just to kind of make sure it's going to go down. I just wish we could have got a lot more. I guess we got stuck at freaking yesterday's close at 766. Wow, look at that nice bounce off the close. Oh, we got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. I don't know if we should wait for that 5-minute candle to print to see what it gives us. I mean, this is a ugly, ugly 5-minute candle. Look at this 5-minute candle, guys. It's all wick. So got about 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Looks like it's all right. Need the 800s to hold up here. Looks like we may get stopped out on this one. We got to have the 800s hold up here. All right. Yeah. What did we hit? All right. So we're going to probably lose our little profit that we made this morning. We did bounce off yesterday's high one more time at the 802s. Remember, this is no funded trading today. This is straight probably eval. This is the day before non-farm payroll, so the price action is going to be probably pretty crappy today, guys. So just be aware of that if you're trading today. Price action is going to be tough probably. Look at these wicks, man. These wicks are insane. Oh well. All right. So that puts us up 227. Wasn't sure about that last one. I mean, I'm still feeling the down. I really wanted to target that 710, but I didn't want to be over greedy with 1 micro there. I feel like this thing offered 2 entries, not only below that previous day high, but see that retest of yesterday's close at 66. I feel like if I missed that one, it may have gave me another opportunity at yesterday's close, and it did. We pushed below it, then the candle probably opened here, and then it pushed back up to retest that same. I probably should have just had my stop loss sitting at the previous day closed and see if we run this data wick, because I'm pretty sure we're going to go to 710. Let's see if that 66 is going to hold right here for the retest. Nope. It went straight through it. Or 76. Do I have that in the wrong spot? I do have that in the wrong spot. No, I had that in the wrong spot. Never mind. We ran this one, but we did not run this data wick here. Let me see where the ES is at today. 76. I think. What did Manzini said? Holding. Oh shoot. We're at 59. He's saying sell at 59.66 possibly, so pretty close to that level. Hit right off of that. I guess I just noticed that we ran the NQ did not run its data wick, but the ES did. That's why our stuff got stopped here. I just noticed that. So there's that data wick on the ES and the ES. The NQ did run the data wick, but the NQ did not. I just couldn't pull the trigger on that breakthrough. Really wanted to see a retest. Let's see if we get a retest and it holds. I just hate that the ES looks like it's at the bottom almost, though. Man. Damn it. I just couldn't pull the trigger. That sucks. Oh, it's going to go without us. Damn it. There's that 710. So the the NQ just ran its data low, data wick 710. So oh, and that was the man. Oh, I just could not pull the trigger on that second break of the 66. I was hoping we'd get a little retest, but we did not. Man, now we got to sit here and watch this crap. What's 640s? Oh, that's the overnight lows. All right, so we got 640 as a target down there. We just don't know if we can find an entry here. We're so far away from our freaking EMAs that I hate taking trades this far away. I mean, this is the classic into the 90, back to the 710, then I mean, that was all right. Here's Manzini's buy sell level here. We're above that 66 level. Damn. No pullbacks. Yeah. I should have. Sometimes we get so much consolidation around that 66. That was Manzini's sell line there because we pushed below it, then just could not pull it. And this could be a little bear flag breakout too. So I don't know what's. And there's the 15 minutes. I hate that we're around that 66 level here. And we're heading right back into yesterday's low at, well, that data wick at 710. I just didn't know if this is, I mean, you can see it's a weak push down. See if we get a 50 touch here. $30 will be my line in the sand here if it can't stay above 30. Damn it. Might have to close this if 30 does not hold here. We're just at that 66 level, and I just don't want to get caught in this dump. So, like I said, 30 is my line in the sand here. I'm going to go to break even because I hate that it's hesitating going. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. I was like, what happened? Hit my target. I was like, oh, come on. freaking cannot get our runners going, man. These huge wicks are just wrecking us. Damn it. It's probably going to go. Damn it. Okay, I can't take any more trades on that account there. Let's see. So these ones that we just took that we're being super cautious, that's a funded account. So we're up $93 on the funded. I thought once we got below that damn pivot that we would go back to the lows. But what it is, we're chopping around the 66 level. And that is Manzini's sell. If 66 holds, he's saying sell today. I might even just do one damn micro and see if I can catch the bottom in a minute. That's probably going to be the... If we break 700, I'm going to see if I can get a trade down to the lows or something with one micro. See. Let's see if 710 holds. I want to see if 710 holds here. That was just for one micro for 20 bucks. So we tried it. It didn't break it. It was a... All right, so that took us back down to $73. We're probably just going to leave it there. We don't... So we were risking 20 bucks to see if we can make 80 to 90 bucks because we still have that low sitting down at 640. Yeah, 640. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute chart. This is why I said sometimes I think I need to watch the 5-minute charts on some of these when we get to the bottom. You really need to see your 5-minute candle print below there. I think it keeps a lot from the fake breakouts that you get. There's a new 5-minute candle. So that last trade really wasn't a setup. That was just a hope and a prayer setup that if we broke that data wick, that we get that push down to 640. Because we didn't run that overnight lows. Man, this could be the bottom. I mean, If the ES reclaims at 59.66, this could be the bottom here. Oh, goodness. Boy, the fake outs are for real today, guys. Just couldn't get through that pivot there. That's the downfall about you got to be careful. Even on a nice looking bear flag setup, you got this pivot here that I try not to take any trades around the pivot if I can't help it, just because of it. Just, I don't know. It seems like I get stopped out more than I win the trade. So I try to stay away from the pivot trades. So that's why we were just watching to see what happens here. Because we hit that 20, you would think we'd want this 50 EMA touch. Sorry if I haven't looked at the chat. Okay, chat. All right, we're about to hit that 50 here. Yes, got back above 66. Like I said, this could be the bottom here. I would think we get a bounce off that 66, at least give you your 10 point. Yeah, the 50 just paid 20 points. I mean, we still got those lows down at 640s, guys. Hmm. One more pivot hit. Yeah. It's so hard to pull the trigger on some of these like just super wicky crappy candles. I mean, I'm still liking the short down to 640. This is what, third time we tried this spot here. We pull back and retest that spot. There's the retest. Let's see if it's going to hold. Nope. See what happens with this 5-minute candle here. Man, that pivot's been a magnet. So this is the 5 minutes charts if you're watching. Man, this pivot point's been a magnet here at the 730s. What we're doing is just kind of watching the ES. We're at that key level of 66 there. All right, new 5-minute candle. Right now, guys, we're just kind of watching. If it doesn't move in the next few minutes, I may even go grab some coffee and see what happens. We're still just kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen with that 66 level. And I kind of want to see it get back below this 710s because we got that 640 down there for a low, overnight low. A lot of wicks down here at the bottom that we could run. Ooh. So all we're doing is just kind of twiddling our thumbs here, guys. We're just kind of chopping sideways. The move was that this move up here, that 803 move here, where was it the 803 that we did? Yeah, it was the 803. So we did take one extra trade on the funded account. Instead of being up right at $100, we're only gonna have to settle for 73 because I don't want to risk the green, even though it's small. 227 on the eval. My next eval is just going to be with 2 micros. So we're going to risk what, $20, 10 points, and that's it. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna see if we can take this pure. Might get stopped out at that damn 50. Come on, get through the 50. Get to that 50, we should go. At least up to the 60s. All right. You know that 50 wasn't going to hold a second time, guys. Hardly ever. I mean, I'm not saying it can't, but it's very few times that we pushed back, had a nice wick off that pivot. We got back above the 15-minute range. I'm going to risk like half the profit, I think, to see if we can hold on to this trade. We get through these 66, it should take off, I think. I'm looking for us to stay above this here, the session mid. Hmm. We did hit the 80. I mean, I was targeting the 85, but man, I wanted to see if we can get back up to these highs. We need to get more than 50% of the 15-minute range. So this is the 15-minute range at the moment. And I'm looking for 66 to hold up. It's a nice little $100 trade right here, guys. Just off 2 micros, $100. There's my target that I was after. We're going to be a little greedy. 1 micro, guys. We're just going to take profit as we go. We've taken 20 out right now. I'm going to take 30 because it could come back to the VWAP. It could come back to the session mid here. Above 800, I will go to 85, and that'll lock in 40 points. You know how it is around this 90. This is why I do not take trades into 90. Between 90 and a whole number, you always get this type of price action. This is why I try to stay away from longs leading into 90. Now, if we get above that opening range high at 803, we should hit our target. See, we could pull back here off that 800. I don't care. I'm going to take my 40 points. There's that trade we took off here this morning at yesterday's high at 803. So that was our short from this morning. We'll be happy with 45 points. That was my original target anyway, because I didn't want to battle the 90 and the whole number. So after this trade, we're going to go grab a coffee, guys. Look at that trade off to 66. Manzini said it just took a little bit to recover. We did build up a little bear flag or bull flag at that 66 level. And that was Manzini's buy sell button. He said, look for the fail breakdown of 66. And if we can build structure back above 66, you're probably at the bottom. Above 803, we're going to go to 95. See us struggling to get through that. That's yesterday's highs. That's where we took our big short from this morning. If you were with us for the big short. We could pull back to this gap fill in. That's okay. Like I said, we're just going to keep our 40 points. If we end up with 40 points, we'll be more than happy with that. Making $100 off 2 micros. I'm going to see if this 9 holds up. That's why we're going to risk just 5 points. Because that was just a 9 EMA. Oh, well. All right. So we ended up with about 35 points instead of 40 points. Yeah, 35 points instead of the 40 points. Yeah, you had to watch out for this. We get above that in 803. I may even try to jump back in if we can find support at the 800s and see if we can take a micro up to the 900s, because that's the data wick from this morning here at the 900s. Boy, look at yesterday's highs paying again today, guys. It's hard to take that a second time. Like I said, this was the trade we took this morning, but it was from this side of the, this morning. Wow. That was, yesterday's highs at 802. Man. I didn't think it would hold the second time. I seriously thought, man, we got to that highs again. Like we hit it already once this morning and we tested it over and over till we got the drop. I just did not think it was going to hold that time. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab a coffee. We'll be back in a few minutes. Let's see, this is where we're at right now in our trading. So that last trade got us over $300 on this account, which is a eval. Our funded trades, which that's the way it goes. We never get the big trades on the fundeds. We always end up getting our 10 points and getting stopped out on our runners, because the runners is where I try to make most of my money at. I try to get a little comfort buffer, get that first 10 points, build a little buffer. Then those last 2 contracts is where I'm trying to look for the 30, 40, 50 point moves. All right, be back in about a few minutes. Gonna go grab some coffee. All right. Wow, reverse that whole move back over, back to that opener range high. Let's see. Man, the resistance up there at 802. Let's see where that's at on that 19. Man, do we push all the way back down to lose that 66? Woo! It happened too quick. I couldn't get in there. Damn it. We tried to jump there with one micro real quick. I didn't expect it to go that fast. I was hoping a little bit slower. I wanted to try to target that 900s up there. Oh, well. We missed that whole damn trade. Son of a bee. Oh, did you get it? God darn it. I couldn't get in there fast enough, Java. I'm sitting here looking at something else and like, whoa, it's going so quick. Nice. I was waiting for that 803 break. I was hoping for an 803 and a pullback, but man, we didn't even get that. It was just like a slingshot. Oh, damn it. Nice on getting that 803 break. We still may get a retest. I want to target that 900s up there at that data wick. We got that big data wick sitting all the way up here at 900s. And I wanted to get on with one micro right above this 803 level, but man, it happened so fast. I didn't have time to react. So all we do now is watch. Let's see if we get that 803 pullback. Nice on catching that long Java. So I don't know if I'm going to take any more trades today. That was my last setup I was waiting on, and it didn't work out. So we risked about 10, 20 bucks. We're going to be sitting right at $300 a day on this account, 296 for funded 73. We were sitting at 93. Then we tried a small little trade for a breakout. We didn't get it. So it's all good. I just didn't expect such an aggressive move through those 800s that way. Most of the time through your whole numbers, even though we've already hit that thing so many times. Uh-oh. Was trying to put in my results in the Discord here. More likely you guys heard the wife calling a while ago. I have to go take care of something here at 10 o'clock. Or 11 o'clock, I'm sorry. 11 o'clock. I'm on Central Time. Alright, so there goes the 900, guys. We missed that whole trade. Missed the whole trade. 100. Probably going to be a 100-point move if you were able to catch that crap from the 800s. Once we got back above that previous day high, now we're going to run that data wick more than likely all the way up to 9. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but I would think it's going to go there. I think, what did we take? 4 trades today? Yeah, 4 trades on this. I found it. All right. All right, so on the fundeds, we were 1 for 1. We did take a little $20 loss because we were trying to catch that big breakout, but we didn't get it from earlier. So we're only going to end up for 73 bucks on the funded account, and we took that little $20 loss. So no Apex trades today. We just traded our funded Bulenox and Eval. Java, how many points did you get out of that? You said you got close to half. How many points did you get? Yeah, I know what you mean by that. No, there's no more news today. I'm surprised the kind of movement we're getting because tomorrow's non-farm payroll morning. Tomorrow morning. Oh, nice. One mini, $500. That's like 25 points, right? Yeah, 25 points. Yeah, 25 points. Nice. We got some nice movement today. Man, these levels have been banging. All right, so if you got a way to put some of these levels, just keep them on your charts. I try to put them on my chart so that everyone can have them. And so last couple of days, we've been taking a lot of our trades around yesterday's high and close. And these levels have been just banging off. Had to be patient on that first one this morning because we did bounce a lot. So you had to be patient on that first one this morning. So what I did different this morning, that's why I kept watching the 5-minute chart. I was waiting for that 5-minute chart to kind of print below it. So this is your 5-minute chart. See, the 5-minute chart did print. 5-minute chart pushed back into that 803. And then that's where we had the sell off this morning. Then look, 5-minute chart again, which I was not watching. 5-minute chart again banged off that level for a big push back down. I mean, heck, the 5-minute even bounced here again at that 803. So yesterday's high, today it's crazy. It's been pretty good today. Almost, I think we took a small, most of our losses were like $20. But we were already up big this morning. So then we just switched down to like 2 micros, 3 micros. Like I made $100 off one move on just 2 micros. But we're up $300 on the eval today. Then I took 2 trades on the funded. We were up $100 and I lost $20 because we were trying to catch one of these big breakouts this morning. But I was only going to risk $10 for hopefully a possibility of making at least $50 to $100. But this is kind of where we're at on the trades today. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like today just because of non-farm payroll, but it was actually pretty good. The only trade that I did miss that I wanted to get was the trade back above the high from the previous day high, but it happened so fast that I didn't get it. So, like, it was just like a shotgun through that freaking crap. Java said he took 25 points on it. But I was already up for that day, so I was just trying to be patient. Java got a nice trade. I don't know if he took it at the break of the 803s or if he took it just in the momentum. I'm not sure how he entered. So yeah, usually on non-farm payroll, how I've been trading like some of these crazy news weeks is I try to take all my trades around like support and resistant areas for most part. So I've been using a lot of the previous day highs and previous day close. So I've been using those levels a lot this week. And so what I've been doing is waiting for the retest in the morning after we break that level. So like this is the 5-minute chart. So I waited for the 5-minute chart to break that level. and then I wait for the retest back into it. And actually, no, I think I actually got in this one a little sooner because I think I did the retest on the 1 minute this morning. Oh, you didn't know it was going to go above the 803. I didn't expect it to go that fast either, Java. I was waiting for us to get back above that level. And it actually offered another entry right here. Look, here's the break candle. Here's the pullback back into the 803. So you could have took the retest again and you're already up 20, 30 points. And I would like to have a runner targeting that 98 up there. So that's kind of what we've been trading this week because it's been so choppy. And I even had a good trading day yesterday morning with that, but I ended up over trading the rest of the day into all that choppy mess and ended up back to basically break even for the day. Where I think I was in the red like $20, but time you took fees, I was in the red $70. I also kind of do like a breakdown of the trades of the day, or what I've done that day in the Discord too. So I'll always put in here if either I'm red or if I blow a count up or whatever happens that day. I try to put everything. At least I started this back on May 1st. So and I just had those levels just marked out on Trading View. And that's pretty much what we've been trading off all week. And it's been pretty good so far. Oh, yeah. And you can even have this on free Trading View. You don't even got to pay for Trading View to really have yesterday's high, yesterday's close, today's open, yesterday's low. You really don't even really have to have that. You can do that just on free version of Trading View because you don't really got to have the the data on Trading View to get these levels. And this way you don't have to go find them. You can just put them on Trading View and say, okay, today's high is at 21,802, and I just mark it the same color on my chart. So this is why you're probably seeing these different colored lines on my chart. So like the green is for today's high. And look, it paid again. That's insane. Like even off the 1 minute chart. It's just sometimes on that 1 minute chart, you do get a lot of you get a lot of little fake false break aboves. So look, the pullback into that 803 level, it did chop here for a little bit, but now you're up 50 points off that yesterday's high level. And more likely, we're probably going to that 900 again. And that's the data wick from this morning. So we had 3-star news here this morning. So here's a big data wick from whatever news that was. I want to say that was Canada's interest rate decisions, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing that one day, and I thought that was today, but I'm not positive. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Like I said, I have to go take care of something real quick. Thank you guys for watching today. I'm definitely going to get off because definitely don't want to be over trading because this is what happened to me yesterday. I tried to trade going into the lunchtime, that 12 o'clock, and it seemed like anytime I trade around that lunchtime, I get burned. So I don't know what's set up here. The only setup I can see here is you need to wait and see what's going to happen at this data wick. Because we could hit this data wick, come back above it, then sell back down. Kind of like I have a push down. But I believe this was the setup here, that pullback back into the yesterday's high. Man. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching this morning. And I'll either be back this evening because I don't have anything to do this evening. So I may try to trade this evening. But we're going to walk away so we don't sit here and overtrade. All right, guys. Thank you guys and have a good rest of your day. All right, we'll leave the trading view chart up for a little bit for anybody that wants to use it. Let me scoot it over. This way, like I said, I feel for that long, that 803 was probably your pullback there. That was your entry probably on this play here.